Hey guys, this is Wayne with Bass East. Tonight we got with us Jared Knuth. Jared has qualified for the Bassmaster Classic through the Bass Federation through the Central Division. He was a Central Division winner. Jared, how you doing?
I'm great. It's been a
Good,
fantastic week.
good deal. Have you been working hard since you got back home?
Yes. Had to play catch up a little bit. And, I do have a great boss that has given me a lot of time off this year to go to the state qualifier and take some time for the regional and give me some extra time to go down to Alabama and practice for the national, which was key. And then of course the national last week. So
Well, that's great. That's what I wanted to talk to you about, Jared. Can you give us a little bit of insight? You're a working man, just like 90% of the guys in the federation. Can you give us a little bit of insight of actually what it took for you to make it from your area tournaments all the way up to the championship?
yeah, it was a lot of hard work. I was fortunate enough that our state qualifier, we had about 200 people in the Nebraska Bass Federation state qualifier. I was fortunate enough to get second in that event, which put me as a boater at the regional in Louisiana. Um, Went down there, and Louisiana, Atchafalaya Basin is a unique place to fish, number one. Um, Went out and found a flipping pattern, which is kind of my wheelhouse. Um, had a very good day the first day. Went out the next 2 days and kind of secured enough to move on.
So now
So
going into the championship, I'm assuming this is all new water to you. Um, how did you make the change from fishing some of the local waters that you're used to or accustomed to seeing, and then going to a totally strange, different body of water? How do you make the transition from a from local water to brand new water, Jared?
as far as Louisiana, I I had got a lot of maps of the area. I did a lot of homework on the computer, which I'm on the computer probably an hour a night, checking out places that I'm going to be going. Also, what patterns are typical for that time of year that we're going to be down there? What areas? Um, it's a lot of homework to really. I mean, you get good at it after a while. You can figure out, okay, they're going to be on a spinner bait this month to this month. It's going to be a flip and bite this next 2 months. Um, and the certain areas that people, a lot of people don't talk about areas that you can kind of nitpick it. Are they in the river? Are they in the basin? Are they in the swamp?
Okay.
You know, um, I had heard of a couple really big bags come out of the swamp, which is what I call everything east of where we took out of. The first couple days of practice, I really wanted to concentrate on that area. Went down there, I seen one boat in 2 days. And I had a few bites, but it wasn't nothing real strong. So it was, well, I have 100 square miles of myself, or I can go up the river where a lot of our team was fishing, and there was probably 45 out of the 48 boats that went up the river and fished that area.
Right.
And um, I made a gut decision and said I'm gonna put all my eggs in one basket, and it worked out.
Well, that's wonderful. Evidently, it worked out very well for you. Coming from again, we're going back to the roots here, Jarrett. Coming from the Federation, you've got several sponsors. You got Ranger Boats, Denali Rods, Sid Dillon Chevrolet, Lincoln Drywall Service, BK Storage, and Lou's Reels. How important, just so all of us Federation guys and girls can understand this, how important are your sponsors to you once you make it that far?
Um, they're incredible. Um, I don't have 50 sponsors, but the ones I do have is everything that I believe in. Um, a good friend of mine works for Sid Dillon Chevrolet, for instance. Um, he gives people great deals. I can send people there, and I don't have to worry about anything. Um, Denali rods, I picked them up about a year ago, and they have been instrumental. They have just an awesome flipping stick. Crankbait rods are great. Um, just they're durable. The flipping sticks are amazing. They got a little bit of feel, but they got the backbone to get the fish out of anything you're flipping into, and it's been a confidence boost. I haven't broke one. It's been great.
Well, good deal. The Denali rods is something fairly new to us up around here. Can you uh, tell us a little bit more about if you were recommending a rod for us to go out to buy today? We're some jig flipping guys up here too. There's a lot of buck brush and stuff that gets flooded up here. What kind of rods do you recommend us using up around here?
I use the 7'6" Rosewood Series flipping stick. I carry 4 of them in the boat. I'm a flipping guy. If there's a flipping bite that I can try and find, I got that stick in my hand. Also, one other thing that I've been throwing is a Lose Reel 7.1. It picks up 31 inches every time you turn the handle, and that has really helped my fishing. I was using a little bit slower reel, but you get that high-speed reel, and it picks up line so fast. I'm really not missing a lot of bites.
Well, now in the Louisiana tournament down there, was that a flipping bite that you got onto down there, Jarrett?
Yep, I ran around and found anybody who's ever been to Louisiana. There's a lot of oil rigs out there, and they like to dredge out those. What I found after being there for a week is they dredge out those areas where they're going to put that rig, so it's a little bit deeper water. And it was hot in Louisiana. It was 95 to 100 every day, and the water temperature was pushing 90. And that little bit of deep water around where they've dug those out, sometimes you find 8 to 10 foot of water, and the rest of the swamp was 2 to 3 foot. So those little areas were key, and it was a lot of idling around. It was a lot of getting stuck and pushing off sandbars, trying to get into some of them, and it was a lot of fun.
It sounds pretty interesting. Jarrett, before we let you go, can you give us Federation guys some advice? How possibly one day we may be able to obtain a classic berth as well.
Stick with it. For all you fathers out there, take your kids fishing, because my dad was taking me in team tournaments when I was 8 years old. And I always hung around his friends. I was into it. But he always took me, and I've learned so much from him. You have to keep kids involved. And I just seen my dad tonight in the hospital, actually, and it was pretty moving. He said we made it. And it was a team deal. He got me everywhere from my first rod and reel to, he gave me some gas money to get down to Alabama last week. So it's pretty special.
Well, good deal. Well, Jarrett, we won't keep you any longer. We'll be pulling for you at the Classic, and hopefully we'll be talking to you then after you win.
I hope so.
All right, Jarrett, take care, and we'll be talking to you, buddy.
Okay, thank you.